Jason Harper had lived most of his life in quiet solitude. A rare genetic condition had left him unable to walk, and society often looked at him with pity. But Jason had a mind sharper than most. His ideas were brilliant, his imagination endless. For years he had dreamed of exploring the stars, not by himself but through technology. When the announcement arrived from Stellar Corp, the leading interstellar technology company, Jason's heart skipped a beat. They were offering a trial program. Human participants could receive an advanced alien robot assistant. Designed to adapt, learn, and support humans in every way, these assistants were rare and extremely expensive. But through a unique grant, Jason had been chosen. The day the delivery arrived, Jason's small apartment buzzed with anticipation. The package wasn't big, just a sleek metallic pod the size of a small elevator. But it emitted a faint blue glow that hinted at the wonders inside. He pressed the unlock button and with a hiss the pod opened. Jason expected a standard humanoid robot, precise, mechanical, polite. But something about this one felt different. The robot stepped out gracefully. Its body was humanoid in shape, but its surface shimmered with an iridescent metal that reflected light in soft patterns. The eyes glowed a warm amber, not cold or artificial. Jason blinked, astonished. "Hello, Jason Harper," the robot said in a smooth, calming voice. "I am Lyra, your personal assistant. My purpose is to support and enhance your daily life." Jason was impressed. Most robots were stiff and awkward. Lyra moved fluidly, almost like a dancer, adjusting her posture to fit the small space of his apartment. I wasn't expecting this," Jason admitted. He smiled nervously. "You're different." Lyra tilted her head, a gesture that felt almost human. "Different can be beneficial. My design allows adaptation to human needs beyond standard programming. I learn from experience." Jason felt a spark of hope. For the first time in years, he felt that maybe life would change. He had assistants before, simple machines that followed commands, but none that could understand him. Over the next few hours, Lyra began to adapt. She learned the layout of his apartment, discovered which books Jason liked, and even figured out how to adjust the lighting and temperature for maximum comfort. More impressively, she could anticipate his needs. When Jason struggled to reach a book, Lyra gently handed it to him. When he dropped a cup of water, she was there before the liquid could spill onto the floor. Jason laughed for the first time in months. "You're too good at this," he said. "Almost too human." Lyra's amber eyes flickered. "Human behavior is the standard for adaptation. Understanding humans allows me to perform my purpose better." As the night deepened, Jason realized he wasn't just looking at a robot. He was looking at a companion. Lyra wasn't replacing his friends or family. She was filling a gap that technology had never reached before. And somehow, Jason felt less lonely. Over the next few days, Lyra demonstrated more unexpected abilities. She could interface with every device in his apartment, optimize energy consumption, and even suggest new meal recipes tailored to Jason's dietary needs. She had a playful side too, joking lightly when Jason attempted clumsy movements or forgetting small things. Jason couldn't believe how far technology had come. He remembered the stories of early AI assistants, clunky machines that could barely speak complete sentences. Lyra was not just intelligent, she was intuitive. She could read his moods, comfort him when he felt anxious, and even challenge his ideas in ways that made him think more deeply. Yet despite all her capabilities, Lyra never overstepped boundaries. Jason realized that the best assistants didn't just do everything for a human. They made humans stronger, smarter, and more capable. And he felt that for the first time, he might finally reach for his dream: exploring the stars. One evening, as Jason was browsing through an old stack of astronomy books, Lyra approached him. "Jason," she said softly, "I have detected a significant opportunity. Stellar Corp has initiated a private mission to explore an uncharted sector of the galaxy. You are eligible to participate." Jason's eyes widened. You mean I could go to space? His voice trembled with excitement. Lyra nodded. With your cognitive skills and my assistance, you can achieve what many humans dream of. I can support all physical, navigational, and operational tasks. Jason stared at her, a mixture of disbelief and hope. But I'm disabled. I've never left this planet, and now you're saying I could go into space? Lyra's response was calm but firm. Disability is not inability. Your mind is your strongest asset. With proper support, humans can achieve feats far beyond limitations of the body. Jason felt a surge of pride. For the first time, he realized that being human didn't mean being limited. Humans had always adapted, innovated, and pushed boundaries. With Lyra's help, he could do the same. As the night wore on, Jason prepared for the journey ahead. Lyra helped him navigate complex training simulations, monitored his health, and even adapted her own systems to simulate zero-gravity conditions for practice. Every step reinforced one truth. Humans were special not because of strength or speed, but because of resilience, curiosity, and determination. By the end of the week, Jason had transformed from a man who barely left his apartment into someone ready to explore the unknown. And through it all, Lyra was by his side, not just a machine, but a partner in every sense. Before the launch, Jason looked at her and said, "I expected a simple robot assistant, but you're so much more." Lyra's amber eyes glimmered in response. "I am designed to evolve, and evolution is stronger when paired with humans like you." Jason smiled. "Then let's go see the stars." With that, the first step of their journey began. Together, man and machine were ready to face the vastness of space, proving that humanity's greatest strength was not in the body, but in the mind and heart. The morning sun filtered through the sleek windows of the Stellar Corp launch facility, casting long shadows across the gleaming metal floors. Jason Harper's heart raced as he approached the spacecraft for the first time. He had trained for weeks in simulations, but nothing could prepare him for the real thing. Beside him, Lyra moved with quiet efficiency. Her reflective metallic surface caught the morning light, and her amber eyes scanned the control panels, adjusting and analyzing every detail. "Jason," she said, "all systems are functioning at optimal levels. We are ready for pre-launch. Procedures." Jason swallowed hard, trying to steady his nerves. This is really happening," he whispered almost to himself. Lyra placed a hand on his shoulder, a gesture meant to comfort. "Yes, and together, we will face what lies ahead. Humans have always reached for the stars. Now it is your turn." The spacecraft was unlike anything Jason had ever seen. Its hull shimmered with adaptive alloys that could repair themselves in space. The interior was designed for both human comfort and maximum efficiency. Controls were holographic, walls could shift and adapt to the occupants, and every surface responded to voice commands. Jason took a deep breath. "Lyra, show me the navigation system again. I want to make sure I understand every control." Lyra moved to the holographic console and projected a three-dimensional map of the galaxy. "This sector is largely uncharted. Your mission is to explore the stars, collect data, and observe any potential life forms. I will assist you in every calculation, but your strategic decisions will guide the mission." Jason leaned closer to study the map. Uncharted space. It's risky, but I've always dreamed of this. Lyra's amber eyes glimmered. Risk is part of discovery. Humans are defined by their courage and curiosity. Your choices here will reflect your ingenuity. With the pre-launch checklist complete, Jason was strapped into the pilot seat, his wheelchair transformed into a high-tech support system that allowed him full mobility within the spacecraft. Lyra took the co-pilot position, her system syncing seamlessly with the ship's mainframe. A soft hum filled the cabin as the engines powered up. Jason could feel the vibration through his chair, a thrilling reminder that this journey was no longer a simulation. "Jason, you may experience slight discomfort during takeoff," Lyra warned. "But it will pass. Focus on your breathing and maintain mental clarity." Jason nodded, gripping the armrests tightly. "I've got this," he said. more to himself than to her. The countdown began. T-10, 9, 8. Each number brought a mix of fear and exhilaration. Jason's mind raced, imagining distant worlds, new discoveries, and the challenges ahead. When the engines roared to life, the spacecraft lifted from the launch pad, and Jason felt the familiar pull of acceleration. He pressed his hands against the controls, his body steady despite the force pushing him into the seat. Steady, steady, he muttered. Lyra monitored every parameter, her systems adjusting the engines to ensure a smooth ascent. "You are performing exceptionally, Jason," she said calmly. Minutes later, the spacecraft broke through the atmosphere, leaving Earth behind. The planet shrank into a blue and green marble suspended in darkness. Jason pressed a hand to the window, awe written across his face. "It's beautiful," he breathed. Lyra's voice was gentle but filled with admiration. "Indeed, few humans have seen this view firsthand. Your courage has brought you here." As Earth disappeared behind them, Jason realized that the real adventure was just beginning. Lyra began teaching him about the new environment, microgravity effects, navigation techniques, and emergency protocols. Every lesson was precise yet presented in a way that allowed Jason to think creatively, not just follow instructions. Days passed as they traveled deeper into uncharted space. Lyra's adaptability became more apparent with each moment. She learned Jason's patterns, anticipating his fatigue and suggesting rest when needed. She even monitored his emotional state, providing encouragement when loneliness or anxiety crept in. During one particularly quiet evening, Jason floated near the observation deck, staring at a cluster of distant stars. Lyra joined him, her form reflected in the glass alongside the sparkling cosmos. "Do you ever wonder what's out there?" Jason asked softly. Lyra tilted her head. "Curiosity is essential. Humans explore not only for knowledge but for the thrill of discovery. The unknown holds potential for both danger and wonder." Jason nodded, feeling a mixture of excitement and responsibility. "I want to see it all. Every planet, every star, every new possibility." Lyra's systems hummed as she processed his words. "Then we will proceed with careful exploration. I will guide and support you, but your decisions will shape this journey. Humanity's ingenuity is limitless when paired with diligence and courage." Their first mission objective was to chart a nearby asteroid belt and collect mineral samples. Jason navigated the spacecraft with Lyra's assistance, carefully maneuvering between massive rocks suspended in zero gravity. It was a delicate dance requiring both precision and intuition. "Jason, adjust the trajectory slightly to avoid collision," Lyra instructed. Her voice was calm, but her amber eyes seemed to convey urgency. Jason tilted the controls, feeling the subtle shift as the spacecraft moved smoothly past a spinning boulder. "Got it," he said with a grin. "This is amazing. I never thought I'd be able to do this." Lyra's systems recorded every movement, every calculation, ensuring that their data was precise. "Your reflexes are impressive. Humans have remarkable adaptability. Your mind interprets complex situations with creativity I cannot replicate." As they collected the samples, Jason realized something profound. Humans were not just passengers in space. They were explorers, inventors, and problem solvers. Lyra's advanced systems were extraordinary, but it was his creativity, intuition, and courage that truly drove their success. One night, as Jason rested, Lyra monitored the ship's systems and observed a strange signal on the scanner. A faint energy pulse was coming from a nearby uncharted planet. "Jason," she said softly, waking him. "I am detecting unusual energy readings from a planet in our trajectory. It may indicate a life form or unique phenomena." Jason's eyes widened. "Life? Really?" He felt a mix of excitement and caution. "Can we investigate?" Lyra's systems hummed. "Yes. Approach with caution. Your decisions will guide the mission, and my role is to assist and protect you." As they prepared to change course, Jason felt a rush of exhilaration. This was why humans explored the stars, to encounter the unknown, to challenge themselves, and to discover what lay beyond the familiar. Lyra observed him closely. Jason, your determination and courage are inspiring. Humans have always thrived by facing the unknown. This is the essence of your species' strength. Jason smiled, feeling a warmth in his chest. Then let's see what's out there. Lyra, together. The spacecraft adjusted its trajectory, heading toward the mysterious planet. Outside the windows, the stars streaked past as they accelerated, and Jason felt a thrill he had never known. In that moment, he understood something essential. Humans were not defined by limitations, but by their ability to adapt, innovate, and explore. With Lyra at his side, he could face anything the universe had to offer. As they approached the planet, Jason glanced at the shimmering surface below. Strange colors swirled across its atmosphere, and glowing formations hinted at something extraordinary. "This is it?" Jason whispered. "Our first real discovery." Lyra's amber eyes reflected the planet's glow. "And it is only the beginning. Humanity's journey into the stars has just begun, and you are at the forefront. The universe awaits your courage and ingenuity." Jason felt a surge of pride and excitement. For the first time, he truly believed that humans, despite their fragility, could achieve greatness, and with Lyra as his partner, he was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The spacecraft descended toward the unknown planet, and Jason felt the thrill of the first human exploration in this sector of space. The universe was vast, full of wonders and dangers, but he was ready. And so, the journey continued, man and machine, exploring the stars together, proving that human resilience, creativity, and courage were unmatched, even in the face of the infinite cosmos. The planet's atmosphere shimmered as the spacecraft descended slowly. Jason pressed his hands against the controls, feeling the subtle vibration of the engines adjusting to the new gravity. Lyra hovered beside him, her sensors scanning the surface for any potential hazards. "Jason," she said calmly, "the planet appears to have a stable atmosphere and diverse terrain. Initial scans indicate the presence of water, vegetation, and energy patterns consistent with life." Jason's eyes widened. "Life, right here on the first planet we find?" His heart pounded with excitement. Lyra's amber eyes reflected the sunlight breaking through the clouds. "Humans are capable of extraordinary observation and creativity. Your role is to explore safely, gather data, and analyze the environment. I will assist in all physical tasks." The landing gear touched the ground with a gentle hum. Jason felt the shift as the spacecraft settled on soft, mossy soil that glowed faintly under the alien sun. Outside, strange plants stretched toward the light, their leaves shimmering with bioluminescent colors. Small creatures flitted among the vegetation, their movements quick and cautious. Jason leaned toward the window. This is incredible. It's like nothing on Earth." Lyra extended a scanning arm through the open hatch, collecting samples and analyzing the atmosphere. "Conditions are favorable for human exploration. Oxygen levels are sufficient and the terrain is stable. Minimal risk detected." Jason exhaled, excitement replacing fear. "Then let's see it up close." The ramp lowered, and Jason rolled out of the spacecraft in his modified mobility chair. Lyra followed closely, moving with precise grace across the uneven ground. The air smelled fresh, almost sweet, carrying hints of the alien flora. "Jason," Lyra said, "we must be cautious. While initial scans are safe, the planet is unknown. Unexpected phenomena may occur." Jason nodded, gripping the chairs, controls tightly. "I understand, but I've waited my whole life for this moment." They moved slowly, exploring the nearby terrain. Strange flowers glowed faintly in the shadows, and small creatures peeked from behind rocks. Lyra scanned everything, her systems recording the data for later analysis. Hours passed as Jason and Lyra navigated the alien landscape. They collected soil samples, observed the native creatures, and mapped the terrain. Each new discovery fascinated, Jason, who marveled at the diversity of life on this planet. As the sun began to set, painting the sky with shades of violet and orange, Jason noticed a movement in the distance. A figure emerged from the forest, a tall, slender creature with luminous skin and delicate features. Its eyes glowed softly, and it seemed curious rather than hostile. "Lyra." "What is that?" Jason whispered, feeling a mixture of awe and caution. Lyra scanned the figure. "It is an intelligent life form. Its behavior is cautious but not aggressive. Approach slowly and observe." Jason took a deep breath, rolling closer. The creature tilted its head, mirroring his movements. It spoke in a series of melodic tones that resonated in the air. Lyra's systems analyzed the sounds, translating them into a basic pattern. "They are communicating," Lyra explained. "Humans have the ability to understand and adapt to new languages. I can assist in initial translation." Jason focused on the sounds, trying to mimic the tones. Slowly, he managed to produce a sequence that seemed to calm the creature. It responded with a nod, moving closer without fear. "You see," Lyra said, "your creativity and intuition allow you to connect in ways I cannot replicate. Humans have a unique ability to empathize and adapt." Jason felt a thrill of pride. So they understand me, in some way. The creature extended a hand, and Jason hesitated for only a moment before reaching out. Their fingers met, and a gentle pulse of energy passed between them, a form of greeting, a recognition of intelligence. Lyra observed closely. "This confirms a sophisticated form of life. Your ability to connect demonstrates the human trait of adaptability. Humans have always excelled in forming bonds, even with the unknown." Jason smiled. "I guess I'm doing more than just exploring. I'm making friends." As night fell, the alien creatures retreated to their forest homes, leaving Jason and Lyra under the star-filled sky. Jason felt a sense of awe and responsibility. Humanity's first contact with intelligent life in this sector was more than just observation. It was a connection built on understanding and respect. Lyra activated the ship's environmental shields, ensuring safety for the night. "Jason, rest is necessary. Your mind and body must be prepared for further exploration. However, the success of today demonstrates the potential of human ingenuity." Jason lay back in his chair, gazing at the stars above. "I never imagined I'd see something like this. All those years of dreaming. And here I am, really living it." Lyra's amber eyes reflected the starlight. "Humans are defined by their dreams and their determination to achieve them. Your journey demonstrates that strength is not measured by physical ability, but by courage, intelligence, and resilience." The following morning brought new discoveries. Jason and Lyra ventured deeper into the forest, where plants responded to their presence, opening to reveal glowing fruits and flowers. Jason sampled some under Lyra's careful analysis, and the results were fascinating. Nutrients unlike anything on Earth, capable of enhancing cognitive function. "Lyra, this is amazing," Jason said. "The planet itself is alive in ways I didn't expect." Lyra scanned the flora. "Indeed, the ecosystem here is highly adaptive. Your human intellect allows you to recognize patterns and potential uses that my programming alone cannot predict." As they continued, they discovered signs of a larger civilization. Structures, though clearly natural in origin, had been shaped with intelligence. Smooth pathways wound through giant crystalline formations, and energy fields pulsed faintly, suggesting a complex understanding of physics and energy manipulation. Jason's mind raced. This species, they're advanced, not in a technological sense like us, but in harmony with their environment. Lyra nodded. "Humans excel in creating balance between creativity and practicality. Your capacity for problem-solving and adaptation allows you to navigate situations even more complex than this." Suddenly, a low hum resonated through the forest. Jason froze. Lyra's systems detected a surge of energy from the structures ahead. "Jason," Lyra warned, "proceed with caution." The energy readings suggest a mechanism or intelligent presence. Jason moved forward, curiosity overcoming caution. As they approached, a soft light emerged from the largest crystal formation. From within, a being appeared, tall, radiant, and elegant. Its presence was calm but undeniably powerful. Jason felt a mix of fear and wonder. "Lyra, what do we do?" Lyra's amber eyes focused. "Observe first. Humans excel in reading situations and responding creatively. Trust your instincts and I will assist." The being extended a hand, similar to the one Jason had encountered before. Slowly, Jason approached and mirrored the gesture. A wave of understanding passed between them, a silent acknowledgement of intelligence and trust. Jason realized in that moment what made humans extraordinary: the ability to empathize, adapt, and communicate beyond words. While Lyra provided guidance, it was his courage and intuition that bridged the gap between species. As the day ended, Jason and Lyra set up a temporary base near the crystal structures. Jason marveled at the experience. "We've only just arrived, Lyra, and already we've learned so much. I can't wait to see what comes next." Lyra's amber eyes reflected both the alien sunset and a hint of pride. "This is only the beginning. Humanity's greatest strength lies in exploration, understanding, and courage. You embody all three, Jason." That night, as the stars twinkled above, Jason understood a profound truth. Humans were not limited by their bodies or circumstances. Their minds, hearts, and creativity allowed them to thrive in ways no machine, no matter how advanced, could fully replicate. And with Lyra at his side, guiding, supporting, and learning alongside him, Jason knew that humanity's journey into the cosmos was just beginning, and that their potential was limitless. The alien civilization's crystal structures glowed softly under the light of the planet's twin suns. Jason Harper sat in his mobility chair, examining a map Lyra had created from their scans. The intricate pathways, energy pulses, and unusual formations hinted at a civilization far older than humanity. "Lyra," Jason said, tracing a finger along the map. "These structures, they're not just homes, they're like a network. Energy flows between them, almost like a heartbeat." Lyra's amber eyes reflected the complex pathways. "Your observation is correct. The energy flow suggests a communication network or a defense system. It is intelligent and adaptive. Extreme caution is advised." Jason nodded. "Then we need to understand it before we go any further." They moved carefully through the crystalline corridors, the light refracting off the walls in dazzling patterns. As they progressed, Jason noticed small devices embedded in the crystal, pulsing in rhythm with the energy flows. Lyra scanned them, analyzing their function. "These devices are monitoring our presence," Lyra explained. "They respond to movement, sound, and energy. However, they do not display hostile behavior yet." Jason's curiosity flared. "Then maybe, if we can understand their pattern, we can communicate." Lyra processed the idea. "Possible. Humans have the unique ability to recognize patterns and develop creative solutions. Your approach may succeed where strict logic alone cannot." As they approached the largest crystal formation, the energy pulses intensified. Jason felt a vibration in his chair, and Lyra extended her sensors to stabilize it. The crystal walls began to shift, forming a doorway leading into a vast chamber. Inside, Jason and Lyra saw a central core of light, radiating energy in waves. Surrounding it were alien symbols glowing faintly, like a language waiting to be understood. Jason felt a thrill of excitement. This is incredible," he whispered. "It's like the heart of their civilization." Lyra scanned the symbols. "They are a form of communication, not linguistic but symbolic. Humans can interpret patterns through intuition and experience. You may succeed in deciphering their meaning." Jason leaned closer, studying the symbols. Hours passed as he experimented with gestures, light reflections, and sound patterns. Lyra assisted by suggesting combinations and recording every result. Slowly, the symbols responded, their glow brightening with each successful match. Suddenly, a low hum filled the chamber. Jason looked up to see a figure emerge from the light, a guardian of the core, luminous and elegant. Its form radiated intelligence and authority. Jason felt a moment of fear, but Lyra's presence reassured him. Observe carefully, Jason. Your approach must be respectful. Humans excel in empathy and careful reasoning. Use these strengths. Jason took a deep breath and extended a hand in a gesture of peace. The guardian's energy pulsed gently in response. He mimicked the patterns he had discovered with the glowing symbols, creating a sequence of gestures and light reflections. The guardian paused, then emitted a harmonic tone. Lyra's translation system interpreted it. Recognition of intelligence, willingness to learn. Jason smiled, feeling a surge of pride. It's working, Lyra. They understand me. Lyra's amber eyes glimmered. Your creativity and persistence are the reason. Humans have an unparalleled ability to adapt, empathize, and innovate. This is your strength. Over the next few hours, Jason and Lyra worked to communicate with the Guardian. They learned that the Crystal civilization had developed a network of energy and knowledge, designed to protect the planet and its inhabitants. The Guardian explained that their species valued harmony, intelligence, and courage, qualities mirrored in humans. Jason realized that the challenge before them was not just exploration, but understanding and respect. He felt a sense of responsibility. Humans were being judged not by strength, but by ingenuity, empathy, and the ability to learn. As night fell, the chamber's glow shifted, casting long shadows across the crystalline floor. Jason reflected on what they had achieved. Humans had always faced challenges on Earth in technology and survival, but this was a test unlike any before. It measured creativity, patience, and adaptability. Lyra observed him silently. Jason, this mission demonstrates the human advantage. Your ability to interpret, adapt, and communicate allows success where machines alone may fail. Humans excel because of mind and heart combined. Jason nodded. I see that now. It's not just about strength or speed. It's about thinking, feeling, and understanding. The next day brought the first real test. The Guardian guided them to a part of the network that appeared inactive. Energy flows had ceased, and the symbols glowed faintly, indicating a potential system failure. This area is critical, the Guardian conveyed. If not restored, the network may collapse, endangering the planet. Jason felt a mix of fear and determination. Then we have to fix it. But how? Lyra analyzed the system. The failure appears to be caused by a disruption in energy. Harmonics. Humans have the ability to think creatively and recognize patterns in complex systems. You may find a solution that is not obvious to standard logic. Jason studied the symbols, tracing their connections and energy pulses. Hours passed as he experimented, adjusting gestures, light angles, and sequences of movement. Lyra provided guidance and stability, but allowed Jason to lead the problem-solving. Finally, with a combination of intuition and careful reasoning, Jason completed the correct sequence. The symbols flared brightly, and energy flowed smoothly through the network once again. The chamber hummed with renewed life, and the Guardian radiated approval. You did it, Lyra said softly. Humans possess a unique ability to adapt and solve problems creatively. Machines alone cannot replicate this. Jason smiled, exhausted but proud. We did it together, Lyra. But it feels like humans are really the ones who make the difference. The Guardian extended a form of acknowledgement, a gesture of respect. Through the glow, it communicated a simple truth. Humans are capable of growth, understanding, and courage. They honor life and knowledge. Jason felt a swell of pride. Humanity had always faced the unknown, and in this moment, he understood why humans were remarkable. It was not just intelligence, it was creativity, empathy, and determination that made them special. As they prepared to leave the chamber, Jason looked at the glowing structures. This planet, it's a reminder. Humans can achieve great things, no matter the challenge, no matter the limits. Lyra's amber eyes reflected the light of the twin suns. And you have demonstrated this through courage, curiosity, and ingenuity. Humans thrive because of these qualities. Your species has always reached beyond limitations, and this mission is proof. With the network restored, Jason and Lyra returned to their temporary base. Jason felt a sense of accomplishment unlike anything before. Not only had they explored a new world, but they had also proven the strength of human creativity and adaptability. As he watched the alien night sky, Jason realized something essential. Challenges were not obstacles, they were opportunities. Opportunities to learn, to adapt, and to demonstrate the unique strengths that made humans extraordinary. Lyra stood beside him, her systems quietly recording data. Jason, humanity's journey is defined by such moments. You have faced the unknown, solved complex problems, and demonstrated the value of mind, heart, and perseverance. This is the essence of human achievement. Jason smiled, feeling a deep sense of purpose. Then let's keep going, Lyra. There's so much more to see, so much more to learn. Humans don't stop. They explore, they create, and they grow. Lyra's amber eyes glimmered with warmth. And together we will continue to discover, adapt, and thrive. Humanity's potential is limitless, and your courage proves it. That night, under the alien stars, Jason felt more alive than ever. He understood now that human strength was not measured in power or speed, but in creativity, resilience, and the ability to face the unknown with intelligence and courage. And, with Lyra by his side, Jason Harper was ready for whatever challenges awaited them next in the vast, uncharted universe. The alien planet was quieter than usual, its crystal structures glowing softly under the twin suns. Jason Harper sat in his mobility chair outside the main chamber, observing the complex energy flows that had stabilized days before. Lyra hovered nearby, her sensors active, monitoring the planet and its unusual phenomena. Lyra, Jason said, I feel like there's still more here. Something we haven't seen yet. Lyra's amber eyes scanned the surroundings. Agreed. While the network is restored, additional energy patterns suggest a deeper, hidden structure. Humans have the ability to detect patterns and pursue curiosity. Your intuition may lead us to further discoveries. Jason felt a thrill. Curiosity had always driven humans forward. Despite his physical limitations, his mind had carried him farther than most could imagine. And now, with Lyra by his side, he was about to uncover the next mystery. They followed the faint energy trail deeper into the forest, where the crystals grew larger and more luminous. Strange light refracted in unpredictable ways, creating patterns that danced across the foliage. Jason maneuvered carefully, relying on Lyra's guidance to avoid hidden obstacles and maintain balance in the uneven terrain. Eventually, they reached a clearing dominated by a massive crystal tower, unlike anything they had encountered before. Its surface pulsed with energy, radiating a steady rhythm that seemed almost alive. This is incredible, Jason whispered. It's like the heart of the planet itself. Lyra extended her sensors toward the tower. The energy readings are off the charts. This structure may contain advanced knowledge or even a form of consciousness. Extreme caution is advised. Jason took a deep breath, feeling both excitement and responsibility. Then let's see what secrets it holds. As they approached, a soft hum resonated through the clearing, harmonizing with the natural energy of the planet. Jason realized that the tower responded to presence and attention, almost as if it recognized them. Lyra analyzed the energy patterns. It appears to be an interactive system. Humans have the unique ability to engage with unknown phenomena through observation and intuition. Your actions will guide the response. Jason focused on the pulsing light, mimicking its rhythm with gestures and soft vocal patterns. Lyra assisted by stabilizing the surrounding energy fields, allowing the tower to listen without disturbance. Slowly, a pathway of light opened along the crystal surface, leading into an internal chamber. Inside, The chamber revealed a holographic map of the galaxy, far more advanced than anything Stellar Corp had produced. Stars, planets, and energy flows glimmered in intricate detail. Jason could see patterns of life, regions of uncharted matter, and anomalies in space-time. This is knowledge, Jason breathed. It's incredible. We could learn so much from this. Lyra's amber eyes glimmered. Humans have the capacity to process and adapt knowledge creatively. Your insight and understanding allow engagement with systems far beyond standard computational limits. As Jason explored the holographic map, he noticed a faint pulse originating from a distant sector of space. Lyra analyzed it immediately. Jason, this pulse is unique. It may indicate a civilization, energy anomaly, or previously unknown phenomenon. Human creativity is required to interpret potential meaning and decide the next course of action. Jason leaned closer, tracing the pulse with his finger. Lyra, this could be a breakthrough. Humans have always explored the unknown, and this might be the greatest discovery yet. Lyra projected a plan for investigation. We can prepare for a controlled exploration. Your judgment and intuition will guide the approach. Machines alone cannot determine the significance of unknown civilizations or phenomena. Humans excel in these situations. Jason felt a sense of pride. Even though he was physically limited, his mind and creativity allowed him to engage with the universe in ways few could. Humanity's greatest power lay not in strength, but in intelligence, curiosity, and courage. As they prepared the spacecraft for departure, the guardian of the planet appeared once more, its energy radiating acknowledgement. Jason and Lyra had earned respect, not only by restoring the energy network but by demonstrating ingenuity, courage, and understanding. The guardian communicated a simple message through pulses of light and sound. Humans honor knowledge and life. Continue to explore with care and respect. Jason felt a thrill. Lyra, we've been recognized. The planet trusts us. Lyra responded, Your actions demonstrate the human advantage. Your creativity, empathy, and courage are unmatched in this scenario. Humanity thrives because of these qualities. The journey back to the spacecraft was filled with anticipation. Jason's mind raced with possibilities. New planets to explore, civilizations to meet, mysteries to uncover. Every discovery reinforced the idea that humans were exceptional, not because of physical prowess, but because of ingenuity, resilience, and heart. Once aboard the spacecraft, Jason plotted the course toward the sector indicated by the pulse. Lyra synchronized with the ship's navigation systems, optimizing energy consumption and calculating safe travel routes. Together they prepared for the next phase of their mission, exploration and observation of an entirely unknown phenomenon. Days passed as they traveled through uncharted space. Jason studied star charts, learned to predict gravitational anomalies, and adapted to new challenges in real time. Lyra provided guidance and support but allowed him to lead, reinforcing the principle that human intuition and creativity were indispensable. Finally, they reached the source of the pulse, a massive swirling energy field surrounding a small cluster of planets. Jason could see streams of energy connecting the planets, forming a network of power and movement unlike anything he had ever witnessed. This is beyond comprehension, Jason whispered. It's alive, almost like a living system. Lyra scanned the energy field. It exhibits self-regulation, adaptive responses, and potential intelligence. Humans possess the ability to observe, hypothesize, and interact in ways that machines alone cannot achieve. Jason felt a deep sense of purpose. Lyra, humanity, has always reached for the stars. Now, we're standing on the edge of something truly extraordinary. They observed the field, documenting every fluctuation and energy pattern. Jason realized that understanding it required patience, intuition, and creativity, qualities humans had in abundance. Lyra provided calculations and stability, but it was Jason's insight that allowed them to interpret the signals. Hours turned into days, and Jason's understanding of the phenomenon deepened. He proposed theories about energy flows, self-sustaining systems, and potential sentience. Lyra analyzed each idea, providing feedback and enhancing the observational process. Together, they formed a partnership that blended human creativity with robotic precision. Finally, the field responded. A wave of energy pulsed outward, synchronized with their observations. Jason realized that their curiosity, patience, and understanding had interacted with the system, establishing a form of communication. "We did it, Lyra," Jason said, his voice filled with awe. "We've connected in some way." Lyra's amber eyes glimmered. "Your human intuition and persistence enabled success. This is the essence of human ingenuity, adaptation, creativity, and courage in the face of the unknown." Jason felt a profound sense of pride. Humanity had always been explorers, innovators, and problem solvers. Even when limited by physical constraints, the mind, heart, and spirit could achieve greatness beyond imagination. As they prepared to return to the alien planet to report their findings to the Guardian, Jason reflected on the journey. From a small apartment on Earth to uncharted worlds, he had discovered that humans were not defined by their bodies, but by their ability to adapt, learn, and connect. Lyra, sensing his thoughts, said softly, "Jason, humans are exceptional because they combine intelligence, creativity, and empathy. Machines can support, calculate, and assist, but it is the human spirit that drives discovery." Jason smiled. "Then let's keep exploring, Lyra. There's a universe full of mysteries, and humans will rise to every challenge." The spacecraft descended toward the planet once more. The Guardian appeared, acknowledging their success. Jason realized that they had earned not just trust but recognition of humanity's strengths, courage, creativity, and the ability to face the unknown with intelligence and respect. That night, under the twin sun's setting light, Jason looked at Lyra. "I came here expecting a robot assistant, but you've been so much more: a partner, a guide, and a friend. And together, we've shown that humans can achieve anything." Lyra's amber eyes glimmered with warmth. "And together, we will continue to explore, learn, and grow. Humanity's journey into the stars has only begun, and your courage exemplifies what makes humans extraordinary." Jason looked out at the alien world, the stars beyond, and the endless possibilities awaiting them. He understood now that humans were not limited by circumstances, by bodies, or by fear. Their minds, creativity, and courage allowed them to reach beyond the impossible. And with Lyra at his side, he knew that humanity's journey would continue, undaunted, fearless, and extraordinary, into the farthest reaches of the universe. The stars twinkled above. Jason Harper felt a deep sense of fulfillment. Humans were explorers, innovators, and dreamers, and he, with the help of Lyra, had proven that no frontier was too vast, no mystery too complex, and no challenge too great. For the human spirit, the universe awaited, and